What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shay's World. I am your girl, Shay, and if you cannot tell from the background, we are back talking Traitors. Should be
Woo!
favorite dynamic duo.
Oh, and with your boy Malik right here.
Wait, am I actually pointing to you?
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
It's just one of your hands is invisible.
got
It's
you.
been a minute since we've been here. Dust off the cobwebs.
I know,
You
I know, I
know.
know, I know. But time is winding down, and we said we wanted to go through both seasons, refresh everybody's mind to get ready for
Yes.
season three. And because we can't stop talking about it in our other videos,
Ha!
we might as well just jump right back into it. So, if you have not seen our recap of season one, episodes one and two, please go back and do so. Look, it's on the channel. I want to say it has its own playlist. It'll have its own playlist after this video goes up. If not, go back and watch that one because we are jumping straight into episodes three and four. But I will give just a quick refresher. So far, um, so far, Reza has been murdered.
Uh-huh. And so has
Geraldine has been banished,
yes. That was
and
episode 1. That was the end of
that was
episode
episode
1.
two. Episode two. Episode
E-
two started with
with
Reza being murdered, and then
okay.
Geraldine was banished that night. Episode three starts off with a murder. The three choices that were up were Brandy, Bam, and Michael. They were trying to decide which one of those. Of course, at this point, Michael is a good shield for them, so he's really not options really between Bam and Brandy. Let's just be clear. So let's just skip straight to breakfast. As everybody is coming in, let's just start with Kate. She comes in kind of jovial. She's okay. As people are coming in, she's noticing that Brandy still hasn't come, so she's getting a little antsy. But as it slowly starts to narrow down, where it's very clear that it's Bam or Brandy, she makes the comment that she thinks Bam has been murdered. Well, actually, she don't even say I think. She just say, "Oh, Bam's been murdered." She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, fully.
So people at the table are now paying attention. They've already kind of had her on, their radar. So boom, Brandy comes in, and Bam is murdered. However, Bam's murder does still cause, confusion. It's just like, why Bam? You know. That one was a hard one for Christian because him and Bam were really cool.
Mhm.
That's both being two regular people into the house and in the game. I just rewatched the whole season. And I want to say this is where Christian really starts to go downhill. Like he was already loud and obnoxious, and kind of causing pointing, getting fingers pointed at him as a traitor. But I think this is really where he starts to crumble.
Yeah, I think I always just didn't appreciate him as a trader because of the fact that he was so loud and in the mix with everybody else.
That's true. He was trying his best to be a faithful. Um, so anywho,
His best, trying his best.
yeah. Um, let's see. Before they go to their mission for the day, they are just, of course, as the nature of the game, they have to go sit in different rooms and discuss who they think is traitors and blah, 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 blah. This is the episode where they kind of semi gang up on Michael a little bit, Kate and Brandy. When they were in one of the rooms talking, a couple of people walked out, like Azra and Angelica. They got up and walked out, and then Rachel was like, "I don't think we should just like zero in on one person." That was something to note, um, because it goes
I
down.
forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, I'm not comfortable with this. I said, "Oop,
Yeah.
yeah, not y'all not going, y'all try
So,
going to walk out and leave that man by himself."
yeah. So the game that they played this day was they split into groups. So seven of them went to the chapel, and then the rest of them stayed at the house. And the ones in the chapel, they had to ring the bells to make this tune. Then the house guests had to listen, go in, find a box, like these music, bunch of music boxes, and then it from the music box you go find some type of sculpture or something in the house. Whatever.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Listen for the song from them, and then find the music box that matches that tune, like you said, and then find it's like a music box with a hat, a top hat on it.
Hmm. And then you
It's
got to
like
run around the house and trying to find a top hat. I think maybe by the third time they started to pick up some steam because now you've kind of noticed these
got the
things
gist.
around
Yeah,
the house. So it's like, oh, I remember what this is, or I remember what this is, or you've opened up so many music boxes that now this particular tune is in your head. How do you think you would have done on this particular challenge?
I actually think I would have done really well. I think I would have been better in the house, listening, and finding rather than conducting. I could have conducted too, but this is boring. And I'm not the type of person to leave it up to other people because once you finish conducting, you have to wait. You have to hope and pray to God that they're smart enough to figure out what song it is and find the tune. It was a lot of
Well, they
work.
didn't. I don't think they knew what they had to do either.
That's very true, but from the outside looking in. So
See, I
I
love
think I would have
when
been.
I let you go first because you sometimes can change my mind because I was so prepared to say I'd have rocked the conductor because just from listening on watching it, I was like, I don't know that song. What the hell is that
Oh yeah,
song?
but you don't have to know the song necessarily. You just gotta do dee dee. They were like, "Oh, this is da da da," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't even know that song, but
Okay.
I feel like I still would have done if I can match a tune. And like you said, you start racking up this library
Hmm.
of tunes and
That's
whatnot.
so yeah. I think I would have wanted to do that part now. I can't say how well I would have done, but I would have wanted to do that part of the challenge. So they win $25,000. $25,000 was up for grabs. They won $25,000, and the prize pot is now at $75,000, which is good for episode three so far. Um,
Yeah,
so far they have left $20,000 on the 30,000, no, $10,000 on the table so far. So far they've left $10,000 on the table, and that was episode two. Um,
oh, when they was like they missed out on some money.
mhm. Yeah,
Okay,
because remember on episode two it was the buried alive, and Stephanie, they didn't get Stephanie and Ari up in time, so they missed that 10,000.
just I would hate to be buried alive just for you to still not get me in time. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, was that Survivor when they had them people buried alive?
No, 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 that was the challenge.
Oh my
That
god, when they had them people
forgot Johnny
buried.
Bananas that because his partner wasn't there, so he didn't have
My
nobody to.
god,
Yeah, yeah,
my god.
yeah. So after the mission, of course, it's time to find a traitor. Um, it was a bunch of just chatter around the house, and at this point, Brandy and Kate take it upon themselves to write down who they think to be. I don't understand. Have they never watched Missing Shows? Like, you don't write down anything, anything, but they did.
Anything.
So yeah, we get to the round table, and Quentin opens up the floor and just flat out accuses Kate. He said, there is a traitor amongst us, and Kate, I think is useless. It's like, ooh, spicy. Um,
It sucks to see him be so confident and so wrong. It's like
so his
no,
statistics are he was wrong on every vote except
every
the last.
uh,
Every vote he was wrong. Political analyst, might I add.
And literally, he sat down. I'm getting ahead of the game on a couple episodes, but I literally just watched an episode earlier, and he was talking with Cody, and he was like, "I'm looking at all the signs, and I really believe he is a faithful." I was like, "Quentin, please, oh, Quentin, please." Oh my god, yeah. I hate to see anybody be very confident and see them be as wrong as they
Loud
are.
and
And
wrong.
this is so. Oh my god!
Loud and wrong.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know the traitors in that moment where he accused Kate. Like Cerie was just in her head, just
no. So,
ah!
um, what I will say is by this episode, the banishment ceremonies were getting to all three of the traitors
Yeah,
because you are literally sitting
and the
there watching
murderers.
people be accused. You have to chime in here and there, and you know that you're the traitor. So it had started to get to them at this point. Um, Also to note at this round table, Cal speaks up. No. Before Cal speaks up, Brandy and Michael ends up going at it. And this is where Brandy tells Michael, "You sure aren't crying tonight, aren't you?" Are you?
Oh, everybody was like, "Oh, you need to
I was like,
leave."
Brandy.
Oh my god!
So funny.
I
I'm like,
mean,
oh my gosh, I love her.
I was like, she
Um,
didn't lie. She wasn't
she did
lying.
not lie. Let's see. And then Cal interjects, of course, and he says we need people that's gonna speak up. So this is where Ezra decides to speak up. No, this is not the time. She spoke up when Ezra spoke
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah,
after they voted. Ezra decided to speak up. Needless to say, with a vote, it was 8 votes for Brandy, 6 votes for Kate, and or 6 votes for Michael, and 3 votes for Kate. Brandy is banished. And my girl was like, y'all need to pick it up and get it together and come together because they are pitting y'all against each other and you're going to lose. Idiots.
idiots.
My girl was like, I'm a faithful. So
No, 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 not I'm a faithful. I'm a motherfucking faithful.
I'm a motherfucking faithful.
Okay.
So people are getting up from the table, y'all. And a note falls out. The note that I talked about falls out of Kate's pocket.
Hashtag Notegate.
This is the start of Notegate. Stephanie sees it. She picks it up. She goes and read it. She goes and tells Siri about it. The episode ends. Okay. So boom. Episode 4. They're in the turret. Siri tells them about the note. So now they're thinking maybe we could murder Shelby or Amanda. However, Siri also says, or we could throw out some other names. And Christian comes up with Azra because of the situation with Cal at the round table. So the 3 that were up, for murder were Amanda, Shelby, and Azra. Azra is murdered, y'all. Amanda does not take this well. She does not take it very well.
Oh,
And
I
the
thought it was Andy.
mm-mm,
Um,
Andy made it to the end.
no, I'm saying I thought it was Andy who was like messed up about it.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. It was Amanda.
Mm.
So, anywho, the faithfuls are once again confused, and at this point, they still have Michael and they have Kate. They got to figure it out. At this point, they're like, we have to figure it out. But after Brandy was
Neither of
murdered,
them.
Cal did tell Stephanie, like, we have to get rid of Michael tomorrow. Like, we got to get rid of Michael. The game for the day is they played this janky get on this. They got on this like janky ass little wheel. They were strapped in, and then it kept spinning. Um, if everybody chose to stay on to the end, they get $5,000, and then $300 for each question that they get right. So ultimately, you had a select few people that were on the wheel, ask questions, and the rest of the people had to come up with a name based on the people on the wheel, and then the people had to on the wheel had to guess what the rest of them were going to guess. So for each answer that matched, they were going to get $300.
Wait, okay, well, never mind. Well, okay. I just thought I, I was thinking of a way where we as an audience wouldn't be able to know who the traitor was until they got voted off or until the end. Literally. Okay, so when they get selected, we don't see who gets selected.
Mhm.
And whenever they do confessionals, they just do their confessionals as faithfuls with like talking to the audience as faithful, same as they are with the people in the house. Now when they want to do a confessional as a traitor, they have to do the dark, so we don't see, or they get behind a wall or something, and then they do the voice distortion so we don't find out, as an audience, who a traitor is until they get voted out or until the end when they win the money.
I'm glad you brought that up. So my mom made a point. She didn't like watching Traitors because she knew who the traitor was. So for her, it
Right.
wasn't fun. So I had to explain to her, as the viewing audience, you're in our entertainment is we know who the traitors are. The entertainment is watching the faithfuls be so bad at the shit. It's
Terrible
watching
at
the
it.
entertainment
Oh my
is
god.
watching somebody like Quentin be so loud and so wrong.
It's so
You know,
wrong.
the
Yeah.
entertainment is watching Sari get out of it, or when her and Stephanie are together, somebody's throwing this, spotlight on her, and Stephanie comes in and be like, no, 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 she's not a traitor, blah, 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 blah. That's the fun part. That's the
Yeah. Yeah.
now, if they were to film it in that concept, I don't know how entertaining it would be, but it would be interesting. It would for sure be interesting. I just think after a while, the viewing
It will
audience
be
as a whole
upsetting.
would get annoyed.
It will be like y'all are choosing the wrong people. Da, 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 da. Yeah,
But
I
who
can
is
understand
you
that.
know? So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Mhm.
That's very funny that you and my mama be on the same stuff. That's
Yeah,
so that's
I
so
need to
funny.
talk to my mom. I'm just saying.
Anywho, first round is Andy, Angelica, Christian, Kate, and Shelby on the wheel. Uh, Christian and Kate kind of got beat up in those in that one. Uh, Second round was Amanda, Cody, Kyle, Michael, and Ryan. Michael got beat up in that round, but he was a good sport about it because even he was nominating himself. He was like,
Yeah,
I know what they're going with and trying to get the money. So he was trying to do it in good faith. But this is where
as a good faithful.
this is where Sari, in her mind, sees a bromance between Ryan and Cody. And I was just like, okay, miss, I'm gonna just sit back for and let them do everything, and I'm not gonna push unless I have to. Ninja, we 4 episodes in. And
Ninja.
what do you mean?
But
Um,
also, I think she was getting paranoid in that moment.
I think so too. I think she was getting a little paranoid a little early.
Yeah, a
Because
little early.
honestly, and again, it could just be editing. What we saw of Ryan in the house is he was walking around trying to find trap doors. I don't know when him and Cody was sitting down just kikiing and ha and outside of like breakfast. Like,
Right.
so I don't know, but we shall see. Um, let's see. So boom. Back at the house after the mission is over. Let me see. This game, it was $22,000 that was up for grabs. They won $19,900.
Hmm.
So the prize pot is now at $94,900. Uh, the first group did not do very well at all. Let me just say. Um,
Well,
number
yeah, because at the point where they got to the second group, all the questions were shady, and every the house's target was on that on that spinning wheel. Which I'm sorry if they said you got to get on the spinning wheel. Call me a bad sport. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Call me a bad sport. I'm not getting on that spinning. You're going to have to pull another name. I'm so sorry, but no, absolutely not. And props to Andy because they was torn up about it. They did not want to get on that spinning wheel and
My
did it
girl said
anyway.
she almost fell off a roller coaster when she was little.
Yes,
She had a little PTSD, but she overcame it. She did it. She did it.
I
So
was proud. Better
girls,
than me because I would
anywho,
say pick another name.
um, we get back to the house, and of course, it is Notegate is officially here. The note is out. People are seeing the note, but we're still confused. I still don't understand how, after seeing the note, Kate was not banished, but
Yeah,
glad she wasn't banished. Anywho,
I feel like they were like, I don't want to make a hasty decision based off of something so soon, something so sudden. Girl, they should have got Kid out. Sorry.
so at the banishment, Sarah, at the little banishment ceremony, of course, Notegate is brought up. Michael is brought back up. I don't think anybody else's name was brought up, but what they decided to do, um, which was Kyle, was he came up with, let's go ahead and just banish Michael. We'll sacrifice, we'll banish Michael once and for all, see if he is a traitor. Um, and then we can kind of really
Move
move
on with our
move
lives.
on. So Michael was banished, and he, of course, reveals, I'm a faithful, y'all. Always have been.
Which something else I thought was interesting when Azra spoke up,
Hmm.
when Kyle said what he said at the last roundtable, and Azra spoke up to kind of negate what he said, and then ended up murdered that same night. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why nobody thought to look at Kyle, even though he's still a faithful. It wouldn't have done anything. But I was like, are y'all not wondering? Okay, I mean, I guess as a trader though, I would have been like, that would have been my motive for killing Azra.
Hmm.
So I would have been a little like, dang, y'all don't think Kyle? I would have been like, I
Keep
think
watching.
Kyle, because.
Keep watching. You and everybody that's watching,
Well,
you have to come back next week because this is gonna run it back. It's gonna come back. The
well,
roosters,
yeah, I
the
know what
roosters are
happens,
gonna come
but
home to hatch.
yeah, they are.
um. So let's see. Who do we say? Did we go ahead and say who the banishment was?
Oh,
Yeah,
Michael.
Michael's a banished. He says he's a faithful, and everybody is looking
I'm a faithful y'all.
around like, what the hell? Even Kate was like, I thought he was a faithful. Like,
Yeah, she was should.
here is what I noticed in my second go around, because me and my friend, we binge watched it over the weekend. Although everybody thought Kate was a traitor, Kate was really good at this game. She was calling out people who, like, if you really pay attention to Kate, like, she wasn't good at the challenges. But I mean, as far as figuring things out, Kate was really kind of spot on with who she was really thinking were the traitors. She knew Christian. She knew Cody was a traitor. Sari was the only one who really, really had her fooled. Just pay attention to some of the stuff that she says. And then again, by episode 4, now she's pissed because the Brandy is no longer there. So now she has none of her friends. It's just her. in this house with all of these strange people that she don't know, she started to also figure out we're losing badly at this. We'll talk about it more the next episode. But by
I'm
episode
sorry.
five, it's okay.
Do you
By
hear Cujo?
mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was just like that's getting irritating, and I know if I can hear it, you can definitely hear it. So
So no, by episode five is where Kate figures out the game itself. Like we're losing, the traders are gonna, take all the money, blah 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 blah. So we'll talk about it more on the next two episodes recap,
five
which
and
is five
six.
and six. That one is, I'm just here to tell y'all now, though, that one is probably going to be a little long, at least 45 minutes, because it's after rewatching it again, I have so much to say, so many different angles, and I cannot wait to ask you like your perspective on different things.
Yes, I'm watching. I think I just finished six today,
Hmm.
so I'm gonna rewatch five and
Go
six
back and
again.
watch
But
five and just pay attention to Kate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched this episode, but pay attention to the stuff Kate is saying in her confessionals and just random. She is it's clicking because she's pissed after, she's by that point she's really pissed.
she done
She's
lost
not been
Brandy.
murdered. She's
She done been
pissed.
accused.
Hmm. So, yeah, just go back and watch it and pay attention to her episodes five and six for sure. Really for the rest of the season.
No, yeah.
Seriously, for the rest of the season. But anyway, we leave off. This episode leaves off on a cliffhanger. We do not know who they are going to murder.
But Sari was really pressing Cody to get rid of Ryan. She was trying to test his loyalty. Cody was like, "Lady, you're."
So
She
yeah.
was like,
Oh,
"I know
I'm
you."
sorry.
And she said,
You're
"I know you
right.
and Ryan homeboys.
You're
I
right.
know
We
that's your
did get
homeboy
this
from
in the turret. We got
back
that
in
part in the
L.A."
turret. And so I think we only leave off knowing about Ryan being an option. I don't remember any other options, to be honest with you. Do you remember them discussing anybody else other than Ryan in this particular?
Ryan, no, no. Maybe Ryan, Rachel, and somebody else. Kate.
Uh, Kate is never an option in the turret. Kate is never
She's
an
not.
option. No, she's a perfect shield.
Yeah, she is.
She never comes up. It's if she comes up, is we're not murdering Kate. We're definitely not murdering
We're
Kate.
definitely not murdering Kate. They didn't even want to kill Michael. Oh, they didn't kill Michael. He got
He was
evicted.
banished. He ended up
Or
getting banished.
banished.
Hmm. Yeah.
Evicted.
Anywho, we back. As you can see, we're back tapped in. We're back watching. We're gonna try to get through seasons 1 and 2 before season 3 premieres. So just to get everybody caught up on the show, just in case there's any references or anything when we get to this new season. I cannot
I cannot wait. When
wait.
is it?
Anyway, y'all, that will do it. As always, I am your girl Shay. This is my lovely co-host.
Your boy Malik.
We have enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.